Pretty much every city in America is attempting to create economic growth by concentrating on the tech sector. San Antonio has had particular success because of an entity called Geekdom, a platform from which emphasis on startups can occur. And the CEO of Geekdom is Charles Woodin, who's here with us today. Charles, you set out a very ambitious goal several years ago and are making great progress. Describe that to us.
Yes, so 2 years ago, 2021, we set out the goal to launch the next 500 startups in 10 years. And here I sit in front of you today at already 302 startups launched in just a 2-year period of time.
That's amazing. That's amazing. In 10 years, you had a goal of 500. And in 2 years, you've reached 300.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how that works. People come to you at Geekdom, they get some sort of mentoring and assistance and access to capital and all that's required, and then they go out and they grow as businesses.
Exactly. We have a curated process that we call ideate, cultivate, shape, and grow.
Now, in the big picture, San Antonio is drawing some major firms like the announcement by the British firm JCB to create 1,500 jobs, and growth of our major companies like HEB are continuing to grow. Where does what Geekdom does fit into the larger ecosystem of San Antonio's economic growth?
I look at it as more of a holistic approach towards economic development, whereas bringing an amazing company like JCB here will impact over long term. What we're trying to do is grow the next JCB out of San Antonio alone, and to make sure that we pave the way so that they get all the resources that they need so that we don't lose the next JCB to another city, and we build them here and we give them all the resources that they need, creating new jobs out of nothing.
If you were to compare Geekdom to what's going on in other cities, do you find that Geekdom sort of, where is it in the pack of ventures of this type?
I think we're speeding ahead, and you know, if you look at our neighbors up north with Austin, who we've learned so much from being close to, for me, it's really kind of replicating what it is that they've done well up there, but applying it to the culture and the experience that is San Antonio, and that is being very agnostic, being open to small business support, and being helpful. Not everything in this industry, in this world in San Antonio is going to be as tech focused as it may be in Austin, but how do we leverage those successes, the funding that they've brought there to that city, and bringing it down here?
Do you believe we're functioning as a region, Austin and San Antonio, more and more? Can you actually see that dynamic?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, for us, we're seeing that distance between the two cities blur, and it's becoming a lot more difficult to tell the difference between them. But on top of it, the collaborative nature that I'm finding between organizations doing similar work up there and what we're doing down here, such as Capital Factory's COO sits on my board, and we work together quite often to make sure that we're getting these resources.
And you're finding respectful working relationships and
absolutely
compatible working relationships.
Yep.
Well, thank you for the work that you're doing. This is very impressive. It is something that we badly need, and it will create a foundation under all the other kinds of economic development we're doing. Homegrown companies, startups, succeeding. It's probably the best way in the long run to build an economy that works for everybody.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.